So now what we're going to do now is learn how to name and write ionic compounds. The first thing for ionic compounds is that they are made of two elements. First is the metal, and then the second one is the non-metal. When you are naming ionic compounds, you name the metal, and then the non-metal ending in I. For this, we need to remember what we learned previously. Elements from group 1 have a +1 charge. Group 2 +2, aluminum is +3, -3, -2, and -1. So, in order for us to name ionic compounds, we need to identify the cation and the anion, name the cation by its name, name the anion, and ending in "ide". So, for example, calcium, the non-metal is oxygen, so it will be oxide. Potassium, bromide, this is aluminum oxide, magnesium, chloride. Let's do this. We're going to grab the formula and name the compound. So this is a little out of phase, so the formula will be between this one and this one. It will be NaBr, sodium bromide. Between this one and this one, it will be Na2S, sodium sulfide. Between here, this one is here. So it will be Na3N, it will be sodium nitride. So between these two, this will be aluminum bromide. This one will be aluminum sulfide. And this one will be aluminum nitride. When we were dealing with elements from group 1 and 2, the charge of the metal was constant. From group 1 it's going to be +1, from group 2 it's going to be +2. Transition metal have charges that are variable. So for example, chromium can have a +2 and a +3. Manganese +2 and +3. Iron could have a +2 and a +3, and so on. So when we are dealing with elements that include transition metals, we need to make sure that we specify in the name the charge that that metal is using. Here is a table of the metals that more common that you are going to use throughout the semester. So the first thing is to identify the cation and the anion, name the cation by its name, figure out the charge of this cation so we can write in parentheses the charge, name the anion ending in "ide". So for example, what will be the charge of iron? Remember that the charge of iron in this case will be the substrate that you see here. So this will be iron 2 chloride, iron 3 oxide, copper 1 phosphide. You're going to look at the metal, you look at the substrate that the non-metal has, and that will be the charge. In this case, copper 2 bromide, tin 2 chloride. In this case, PbS2 is lead. Sulfur is always -2. So in order to balance the charges, lead has to be 4. And that's why Pb2S4, but because it's a whole number, smallest ratio, this gets reduced to PbS2. So let's write the formulas and be able to identify them. first identify the cation and the anion, balance the charges, and then write the formula. This is the metal, so it's copper, oxide, and in order for the charges to be balanced, the charge of oxygen is always -2, so it has to be copper 2 oxide. Copper 1 nitride, so copper plus 1 nitrate, -3, so this goes here, so it's Cu3